Hi, and welcome to Unprecedented Journey. I'm your host, Jeff Oppenheim, and I'm joined again by Alibe Hamacher, who's here to help us to continue to build our knowledge about food sustainability and reduction of food waste. Alibe, thank you for being here.
It's fun to be here.
So tell me what we're going to do. The idea is I've just come back from binge shopping, right? I went crazy at my local supermarket, and I brought back a bunch of stuff. Now, I can only cook for so many people and only store so much, especially in a Manhattan apartment. So tell me what we're going to do.
I went through the same thing. Friends started calling me and asking me how to prepare and store all this food.
Let's get busy. And by the way, a note of full disclosure here. Alibe and I are colleagues. We work together. We have throughout this. We're both quarantine protected and COVID tested.
So you see, you buy garlic, you feel great because you are buying the whole head of garlic and not the clean one already given to you with preservatives. So we open this up, and I know that this might sound like extra work, but it's truly not. If you do this at the very beginning, when you are when you just got home with the garlic, you're gonna save so much money and time. Yeah, sure. So the reason that we need to do this, sometimes you find in between the one of the garlics is soft or there is a little mold or something.
Or sprouting even sometimes, and you don't see that on the outside.
Exactly. So, okay, so this one already comes, this one is bringing you trouble. So you really start peeling them. Sometimes I have to use one of my knives. So we just try not to cut into the garlic because that means extra moisture. So we peel. I'm having a little trouble with this one. It's very tight. So, but be very careful and just get everything out that is damaged.
Oh, it's looking better already, actually.
Yes, but if you would have left it like that.
And then I would have put it in there, and then all of them would have been bad.
Yeah, exactly. So, ladies
and gentlemen.
And gentlemen.
Hey, I'm a cook too.
Yes, I know. So, like this, you put them inside of the container.
All right, so now we have that mess. Do we have to clean that, or what do we do?
It's okay, leave it. We're going to continue with a similar process. So we're putting the garlics away. So now the onions give us the same problem as the garlic. Usually I touch the onions and making sure that they are very hard when you buy them. But you really don't know what is under the peel until you start really peeling them and finding out your surprises. So regular onion, we're going to do the same. So we usually peel. I'm
going to let you do this because I'm a crier.
We clean. I usually take 1 or 2 layers of the onion.
Okay.
This was actually in very good shape, but I usually go an extra one, extra layer deeper. Yeah, right there. And now you know for sure that your onion is in really good shape. And this onion, I'm going to show you a little trick. As you can see, I didn't wash the onion.
Right.
Usually I wash all my vegetables, but garlic and onion, you cannot wash them before you're going to really use them. It's a no practice. So I use a paper towel like this one, and you see how the onion has all this very soft skin here. So you just grab this, and you make sure that everything is dry. You put it into the laundry bag. And you can keep your onions here, the red ones and the yellow onions and white onions, and they will last you for weeks. Depends on, yes, it's all the matter of how you are preserving them or storing them.
So I got to change my ways because usually I come home from the supermarket, I just get home and I put everything in the refrigerator. But you're saying I got to stop, maybe refresh myself with something to drink, and then get to work all over again. Don't just let it sit there. All right.
But every time you are going to cook now, your onions are ready to go.
That's true. The advantage is now I just reach in, chop, chop, chop.
Exactly. Okay.
All right, so what are we going to do next?
So next is going to be the cilantro.
Cilantro. I love the smell.
Okay. I'm going to show you a little trick. I already prepared some cilantro, which is already washed. So this is the way it comes home.
Right.
This is the way it should be stored. So what I did is I go through the leaves. I take all the damaged leaves and tie the little elastic here, and just take everything that doesn't look good right now, and then you can grab the bunch and rinse it in water, spin it. If you have a salad spinner, spin it, and then what you do, we're gonna put this back.
All right.
Okay, if you can give me one of the containers, the green ones. So, you take the paper towel. As I started explaining at the beginning, one of my very important tools in the kitchen. So you take the amount of cilantro that you need for the meal that day. So then the rest, you put it into your paper towel, you roll it like this.
Roll it up, okay.
Roll it, don't squish it, but roll it. And that's the reason, ladies and gentlemen, I told you at the very beginning that you need to have different plastic containers, different sizes. So you can put other vegetables around this because you still have room. We are done with this, and now we can go to the next one. Next is our green onions.
Green onions. Oh, otherwise known as scallions.
Yes, I usually call them green onions because in Spanish the word is cebollín verde. So if you want to literally translate, it's green onions language. So what I do with my scallions is I cut the rest of the bottom of the scallion, but if you cut it too far, something really funny happens in the refrigerator while you're not watching, and the scallions
It starts to crawl up the stalk a bit.
you want to prevent that, so you cut all that. And we're gonna do a similar, so you cut all the edges, so you cut them straight, get rid of all that. And again, we are taking the paper towel. That's the one that's not ready. So the same trick, they're still wet, so you have to be careful how you bring them back into the refrigerator. And again, it looks like a lot of work, but it's not really, because you are saving time every time you cook, and you are also saving money. You are not wasting food.
Good point, yeah.
So they are ready to go into a different plastic. Next is our carrots.
All right, the carrots. Mine's not looking as pretty.
Well, this is the sad carrot. We're gonna deal with this carrot later. These are better carrots. So for this, same, we're gonna cut. Carrot on the run.
Yeah, just trying to get out of there.
This is where the potato peeler becomes very handy. So very quickly, sometimes we think that they look beautiful in the outside, but they might not be perfect in the inside, so that way you can tell. For example, this carrot is not as orange, not as fresh as we thought, so it's one of the carrots that has to go into the pot sooner than later. But the more orange your carrots are, they're better to use for salad, fresher, the taste is better, sweeter. When they get like this, they're not as sweet anymore, they're a little bitter. So
we don't wash the carrot before, we're washing it afterwards, right? Obviously.
no, you do wash it.
You wash it before too? Wow.
Yeah,
I always rinse
especially-
it after the peeling.
Especially after COVID-19. But again, and you can see, it looked beautiful in the outside, but we found something. And that's why we need to peel. Your paper towel.
And should I go ahead and do my job of sous chefing here and clear that?
Thank you. Very dry. And this can go into the plastic container without a paper towel actually. They last a long time, and you will know in what conditions you're putting your carrots in the refrigerator.
So, what's next?
So next is gonna be the celery.
All right, looks like you started to prepare this here already.
Yes, the
So,
celery, it's
nice
already
and washed, clearly.
Yeah. So we wash the celery, and now I'm gonna show you. You see how some of this, I cut the bottom of it so I can loosen up the sticks, because the same method. You need to know what's going on inside. If anything is rotten, you better know now before you put it in the refrigerator. So this one is broken. So we're gonna start with the potato peeler. And it's also very green, which in my case, my kids don't like celery because they find it bitter. But because of my trick with the potato peeler and taking the skin out, actually they eat more celery now. So then you cut it in the middle and then you start pulling the strings away from the celery.
Now, I know you didn't grow up in this country, so tell me a little bit about your background growing up as a child and how that connects to food.
So as you know, I was born in Santiago, Chile, under the dictatorship of Pinochet. And that was a very difficult time for us and also put a lot of economical constraint since we were put under an embargo, just like Cuba, by the United States, if you know your history. So wasting food in our home, it was a sin. It was a total no-no under grandma's kitchen. So we were very careful to preserve the vegetables that we have and really preserve everything we had at home. But next I'm going to show you very quickly mushrooms. So this beautiful mushroom.
I have some more over here too, but now these weren't washed, but that one
looks
like it was clearly washed.
Yes. So I'm going to show you something. I usually do this under the faucet, but when the mushroom, these actually look very nice. They are in very good shape. The trick is to grab the mushroom like this, and you can peel a mushroom. I bet you didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, so it's very easy.
A lot of times they start to look very wilted if you've kept like a large portobello mushroom in the fridge too long.
But look, once you start peeling them, they look almost
brand new. Yeah.
Brand new. And you want to preserve the center of the mushroom, the stem. You want to preserve that as much as you can. But if the mushroom is not looking well, show me this one. This one is not very very good looking right now. But it's also very awkward to get in there. So what you do is you just remove the stem out in order to reach inside. So now it is so much easier just to peel away.
Now, can you store them a little while longer this way, or should I wait to do that until I'm actually going to use it?
No, the sooner you start peeling and taking anything that is bad on the skin, it will last you longer.
Okay.
So as long as the mushroom is not stored wet, for the mushroom, you really have to wait. I usually leave it on a plate with a paper towel and really let the air just dry them out. And then when one side is dry, you turn them around, you let them dry, and then you store them. Next is gonna be potatoes. These are they're getting dry already, but I always, when I get home with my bag of potatoes, especially if you're not hand-picking potatoes, you definitely have to get them home, wash them.
When you say hand-picking, do you mean like on the farm?
You can buy loose potatoes, so you can buy them in a bag. I prefer to buy them loose, but if I have to grab a bag and just rush home with it, I will definitely take them out of the bag, wash them, and dry them. So I use a paper towel. And
potatoes are also one of those vegetables that really sit in pesticides, they say. So.
Yes. So you wash them. I usually use my the sponge that you use for your dishes.
Oh yeah.
I actually scrub them, and then once they are dry, the bag that I told you at the beginning. So I start storing my potatoes here, and this can hold 5 to 7 pounds.
And how long will that last in there?
Weeks.
And that's better than just putting them into the crisper itself.
Yes. Obviously, you can ignore your potatoes for months. You should have the practice of checking your vegetables every once in a while during the week, just making sure that like the cilantro is still okay, looking okay, making sure that you are keeping up with the administration of the vegetables.
All right, so what do we do now?
Okay, so cucumbers.
Cucumber.
That one.
I have one here.
Yes, this one is already washed. Very important to go home with them and immediately wash them. This one is a little damaged, So this one we can immediately cut. This still look good, but really, no, it's in good shape. It's just soft. And I usually peel a few parts of the skin. I love to have some of the skin in the left.
Is that more for decoration?
Yeah, more for decoration. But also, some cucumbers are not very pretty in the outside. So that way you can still preserve some of the skin, but you cut whatever is not good looking. And this is ready. You can slice this either like this or cut it in half and slice it and put it into your salad.
Okay.
So maybe we use it later.
All right.
And
what's next?
peppers. The same thing. They come in a bag.
Yes.
And anything that comes already packaged to me, especially if I don't have access to see all of them, I like to take them out and find if I find anything moldy or anything that is not in good shape. Or just to, for example, look at this. I just realized this. They look very nice, but one of them is actually damaged in the tip. So immediately cut that. Get rid of that, but that doesn't mean that you have to throw away this unless you see mold.
Okay.
If you see mold and something, you need to throw that away.
So we're just losing this, but we have the rest of that.
Yes, so always preserve. And then they can be used in your salads, or you can use them in your, when they're looking a little sad, you can use them in your cooking. So
Now I see one vegetable we haven't gotten to, and I have to ask you about these because I don't know if a lot of Americans eat artichokes. I only discovered them later on in life, and they're amazing. They're a lot of work to eat, more than even to prepare, but they are so delicious. So tell me a little bit about this vegetable.
they're one of the most simple vegetables that you can possibly work with. Although I enjoy buying artichokes at the deli, they are already cut and roasted most of the time, or in containers. I do prefer the Chilean or the Latino way to eat artichokes, which is just cutting them straight in the bottom. Not like this much. Make sure you're doing a straight job because it's supposed to sit at the end, like that, right? So this is ready to go into a pot with a little bit of salt, and you just put them in the hot water and boil them until they become brown. And when they are brown, they are ready to be drained. You take them out and drain the water, and we are going to prepare them so we can show you later how to serve.
Well, this is great. Thank you, Alibe, and thank you for joining us for yet another episode of Unprecedented Journey in our Food, Storage, and Sustainability series. Click on through to the next one because we're going to get at some additional vegetables, not as pretty as these. I've rescued a few from my fridge. So Alibe will be here in the studio, probably picking on me for doing this to my vegetables and my food, but she's going to show us how to salvage them and make use of them so that we're throwing out less, getting rid of less, and really being more sustainable in our daily life. I hope you'll be there for the next one. I'm Jeff Oppenheim. Until then, stay safe, stay well.